If you really enjoy traveling, consider subscribing so you can keep up with all our latest travel reviews and tips, as well as supporting the channel. Welcome to the beautiful, exotic RAILAY Beach, one of our favorite beaches in Thailand. RAILAY Beach is located on a peninsula between Ao Nang and the city of Krabi. And what makes RAILAY Beach so unique is that it can only be accessed by boat because of those trademark limestone cliffs surrounding the peninsula. Tip 1. When to go. Obviously, the best time to go is when it works out best for your schedule. But if you do have a choice, I would pick the high season. You might have to spend a little more, but you'll get some incredible weather. And if it rains, it usually doesn't last that long. We'll discuss that a little more later in the video. Tip 2. How long to stay. Most people come to RAILAY Beach as part of a day trip or a tour, which is a great way to get a small taste of RAILAY if you're short on time. But for us, fortunately, we were able to spend a few days on RAILAY Beach. That way we can get a good feel and vibe for the area and try to experience everything it has to offer. Now, we've heard some complaints that the beach has changed as there's more long-tail boats coming in, which obstructs the beautiful view, and it can get quite noisy from the boats. Now, we don't feel this is the case. Yes, there are a lot of boats there and it can get noisy, but RAILAY Beach has a lot to offer. It's got the beautiful white sand, incredible water, and amazing views, as well as some unique experiences, which we'll get to a little later. But if you have the opportunity to spend a few days, you could experience a quieter, less crowded RAILAY Beach. You could venture out early morning and get some quiet cave time, or take a romantic walk along the beach at night and find a spot all to yourself. Tip 3. How to get there. As we mentioned earlier, the only way to access RAILAY Beach is by boat, and you have a few options. Coming from Ao Nang or the city of Krabi, you can take a long-tail boat. And remember, the boats wait until they're full before they take off. So depending when you go, you might have to wait a little while. For us, we decided to stay in Phuket because the beaches are awesome. And we found a service that provided a round trip from our resort to the ferry and back. And it's such a relaxing ride sitting outside, getting some sun on the ferry. But if the weather gets bad, you could sit inside. A few hundred meters out from RAILAY Beach, you transfer into a long-tail boat and you get to experience this wonderful view. And try to sit at the front of the long-tail boat. Not only will you get a smoother ride, you'll get a better view. Tip 4. Pack light. There's no cars on RAILAY Beach, so try to bring only the essentials. Shorts, shirts, bathing suit, hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, some water shoes, maybe a snorkel, and make sure you bring some cash with you. Now, if you come in on the east side, you have this makeshift dock here, which makes things a little easier. But if you're coming in on the west side, depending on the tide, it's not as easy. You get out of the boat in the water by the beach. We saw people dropping their big luggage in, falling in, getting all their stuff wet. It wasn't good. So if you can, just pack a backpack with your essentials. You'll be much better off. Plus, most hotels and resorts do luggage storage. We did that, and it definitely worked out for the best. Tip 5. Where to stay. There's no shortage of options to stay when you're at RAILAY Beach. So let's go to the map. Now there's no accessible beaches on RAILAY East, so you'll have to go to the west side of the peninsula to visit the beaches. People told us you have to stay on the west side. So we asked some people and did some investigating. We saw this one video online that was great. I'll see if I could link it below. This guy paid extra to stay on the west side, but as the resort stretches across the peninsula, so his room was closer to the east side than it was to the west side. So just pick the best hotel for you. It's no more than a 10 or 15 minute walk anywhere on the peninsula. Like I had mentioned earlier, there's plenty of places to stay, ranging from budget to luxury. These are a few of our picks. Of course, if you have the money, the Ravidi is the top-end place on the island. But for us, we chose the THANI Resort and Spa, and what a great choice it was. It's a beautiful resort, even though you're on the east side, so you don't have that picturesque ocean view of RAILAY West, but there were many pluses. The service was incredible, the garden grounds were beautiful, and the breakfast buffet was outstanding. They even had a nice pool out in front, although we didn't use it, we were at the beach most of the time. and the rooms had a modern design and were big and clean. The bed was extremely comfortable, and we even had a balcony with a great view of the beautiful gardens, and even the little touches. These are the hand towels in the bathroom, folded impeccably. And since it was a birthday celebration, they had wonderful birthday decorations all over the room. And what would a birthday be without a birthday cake? And they even sang happy birthday. Now that's service. We definitely enjoyed our stay at the THANI Resort and Spa, and we think you will too. Tip 6. Food and drink. There are plenty of places to eat and drink on RAILAY Beach. Now the prices are going to be a little more expensive, but most likely cheaper than where you're from. And most of the food we had here was pretty good. And it's Thailand, so most of the options are pretty inexpensive. There are some varied choices for food options on RAILAY Beach, as well as places just to grab a snack or sit down for a full meal. These are a few of our choices. In addition to restaurants, there's a solid variety of bars on RAILAY Beach to choose from, and most of the bars have this chill, relaxed vibe where you can sit back and enjoy some relaxing drinks, great service, and some good music. And some of the bars have some great food options as well. Now, there are some places that offer happy, psychedelic options. That's up to you, but for us, we just stuck with the food and drinks. You'll find many of the restaurants and bars here on Walking Street. There's a few on the west side, mostly in resorts, and there's a fair amount of places on the east side as well. So if you're at the last bar on the east side having a few drinks, afterwards take a walk further up on the east side for a unique experience at the Leh bar. In addition to great seating, this bar's got a very chill, relaxing vibe, and there's not many places where you can grab a beer and chill in a nest or hang from a tree. So stop by the Leh bar to grab a few drinks and hang with your friends. Tip 7. Ready to climb? RAILAY Beach is pretty famous for its climbing, with its limestone cliffs and majestic ocean views. They even have a climbing school with courses, instruction, and private climbing for groups, couples, or even kids. We even attempted a little climbing. Now, if you're not quite a professional and want to try out something a little simpler, you can try this Viewpoint and Lagoon Trail. Now, it's not difficult, but I wouldn't say it's a walk in the park. You're going to have some sort of conditioning for this climb. In addition, you and your clothes are going to get a little dirty, especially after it rains. It gets quite muddy. But most people think it's worth it to explore the lagoon and catch this beautiful, majestic view. Tip 8. Things to do. Alright, this has nothing to do with things to do, but I really enjoyed the artistry of the sand crabs as we took our walk on the beach every morning. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's get back to things to do. There's quite an array of things to do while on RAILAY Beach. You could be as lazy or as busy as you want. There's plenty of activities to go around. But now let us focus on one of the truly unique sites on RAILAY Beach, Phanang Cave or Princess Cave. This is a sacred place, so please respect it. Fishermen today still make offerings of incense and flowers for a safe journey. And there's one more item that people place in this cave that makes it unique and interesting. From what I understand, by leaving these carved wood phallic sculptures in the cave, it provides prosperity and fertility for the entire world. Tip 9. It's raining? Now what? They always say when we travel during the high season, when it rains, it doesn't really rain for that long. So they usually tell us there's 3 things to do when it starts to rain. Since this is a family show, we'll skip option 1. Moving on to option 2, find some cover, go inside, and grab a nice cold drink and some good food. And by the time you finish, the sun will be shining. And option 3 is get a massage. Unfortunately, I didn't see this sign till after I decided to get my full body Thai massage. It was a cross between a WWE match and an MMA fight. I think at one point I was twisted in the shape of a pretzel. Not fun. Lily was a lot smarter. The next day, she got a nice relaxing massage on the beautiful beach. Next time, I think I'll go with that option. Tip 10. Monkeys rule. That's right, the monkeys pretty much rule RAILAY Beach. they pretty much keep to themselves, unless there's something they want. Safety tip: if your room at your resort has a balcony, make sure you keep the balcony door closed, because if you don't, the monkeys might come in. They'll take what they want, and they'll probably stay longer than you want. So one time we were in the water, we put our bag on the beach, and we looked back, and yes, there's a monkey going through our bag. He took out everything. He found the fruit in the bottom of our bag, and he took the fruit and our digital camera and started to climb. Fortunately, he left the camera and took the fruit, so Lily did the climb and retrieved our camera. And remember, please don't feed the monkeys. It's not good for the tourists, it's not good for the locals, and it's definitely not good for the monkeys. Some final thoughts. Although some people think that Railay Beach is a little overcrowded and noisy with all the boats, I still think it's a great place to work into your itinerary when you're visiting Thailand, with its beautiful majestic views, incredible beaches, and chill vibe. I hope this helps you the next time you travel to Railay Beach. Safe travels. For more insights, tips, and info into all your travel moves, stay tuned and subscribe to our channel.